Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring this special bulletin, whether we want to admit it or not. Thinking it's real, thinking it's all made up. There's a culture war going on at the moment, especially in the video game industry. And, well, one side seems to be using rather nefarious means to silence the critics, to silence the opposition. That would be channels like mine. And this is honestly nothing new, going back 4 years. It's been done before and had the same results. Going back to 2020, Naughty Dog did this before when some leaks came out with The Last of Us Part 2, trying to send out copyright strikes at channels simply talking about the leaks and, well, criticizing it negatively. So, were they silencing the leaks or silencing the criticism? You make that decision for yourself. Now, more recently, we've been dealing with any sort of criticism of the Acolyte in Disney Star Wars, with channels going out and trying to demonetize any and all critics because they simply did not like what those critics were saying. They were being bullies and misogynists because those are the buzzwords that the other side uses in order to paint a rather broad picture of any and all criticism. And of course, as numerous videos have already pointed out, the Acolyte, the cancellation attempt, the demonetization attempt, went about as well as you could expect. It didn't. But more recently, good old Smash JT over here did a video on good old Black Girl Gamers and had something to say. I have not been able to watch it as of yet, but Black Girl Gamers came out and slapped him with a copyright strike. Decided to abuse YouTube's flawed, yes, it's a bit flawed copyright system to silence dissenting voices, specifically in this case, my own, which would be Smash JT. They filed a baseless copyright strike against Smash JT for a video that was well within the bounds of fair use. Video created in good faith for an open discussion, which is what a lot of content creators try to do. Simply using the words against them, taking what they say, showing it for all the world to see, taking their words and their discussions out into the sunlight, the world's greatest disinfectant. And unfortunately, well, Black Girl Gamers felt that it was either they felt that it wasn't fair use, not understanding what the rules of fair use are, or legitimately simply tried to silence the opposition. Again, you make that decision for yourselves. BGG's actions are not just inappropriate, they're calculated effort to control the narrative. This is something we see over and over again. Other sides celebrating when someone's channel gets falsely attacked, falsely struck, taken down momentarily. There was Smash JT is not unfamiliar with this. They went after the website a while back, the website hosting smashjt.com, and his entire livelihood disappeared momentarily. And of course, the usual suspects went out and celebrated prematurely. I wonder how this one's going to go for them. What BGG fails to realize is that this tactics will ultimately backfire, and it always does backfire. Over in this, the websites, the YouTube channels that went after the likes of Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers and RK Outpost ultimately showed their true colors, showed their ass, so to speak, and then tried to backpedal, saying that I'm not the one that started it, I just shared it. Well, that makes you just as culpable. And their fans reacted, losing 8,000 was the last count that I saw a couple of days ago, losing subscribers left and right, which kind of shows that maybe don't go after the channel simply because you don't like them, because the backlash will be quick and severe. Don't know where their channel is going right now, but I've heard a few people. It's not necessarily the subscriber count to keep an eye on. It's the views. If you have an 800,000 subscriber count channel and your views are only getting 10, 20, 30,000 views, that's not good. That shows you're losing traction. But back to this. Censorship has never been an effective long-term strategy. Of course not, especially when it's baseless. When your copyright strike against a channel is absolutely baseless, and once, 5 minutes of looking into it, it's seen as, well, a false flag, a false claim. The people get their channels back, they get their videos back up and running, and you look exactly like the person you are. Let's continue. YouTube's flawed copyright system is unfortunately enabling these bad actors like Black Girl Gamers to file false copyright strikes against anyone they deem critical. We don't like your words, so we're going to hit your channel, we're going to hit your video, and you're not going to make any money. Silence immediately. An extremely dangerous precedent that threatens the integrity of content creation and the freedom to express diverse viewpoints. Because one of the things, there's a bit of an unwritten rule, a gentleman's agreement, so to speak, on the internet, on YouTube. Don't strike anyone's channel because it can come back to bite you, not just in your reputation, but if you successfully get someone's channel taken down, because for whatever reason, it can happen to you as well. So you try not, don't disturb the waters. Don't muddy the waters. Smash continues. For whatever reason, I am unable to counter or object to this unjust copyright strike from Black Girl Gamers. And now YouTube has notified that my video will be removed in 5 days and will strike my channel, which is rather odd. That's the unfortunate part, the part where, you know, the flawed copyright system. The only way you can fight a copyright strike is to directly contact the person that put the strike on there. And if they don't agree with your assessment, they go, nah, we're going to leave it there. So a little something that Smash decided to do. Let's see. The false claim not only targets my content, but also seizes any earned income from what the video made. Now, last time I heard, the video was at well over 250,000 views. It went viral in just a couple of days, and I'm pretty sure that's a decent chunk of change. Basically accused me of stealing their entire video, which, no, I seriously doubt it. Only used very small portions under fair use for honest commentary on their discussion, something protected under free speech. But how did Smash respond to this? Sent the following email to them in response to this action. This is fun. Retract the strike claim immediately on the following Smash JT video, or I will be contacting my lawyer. Good job. And pursuing legal action against the false copyright claim on my channel. And it goes on. Attempt to muzzle criticism will not succeed. No. Well, some people have a different opinion of it. And of course, none other than the one, the only, Alyssa Mercante comes out. The usual suspects show their ass as well. I love the finding out part. Oh dear, here you go again, celebrating someone. Oh, celebrating Smash JT even. What is it with your hate boner against him, Alyssa? Interesting. Trying to celebrate the possibility of Smash losing a video, losing his channel, losing his livelihood. Well, there's been an update to this whole fiasco. And, well, again, it went precisely how you would expect. False copyright strike update. Let's see. I only want... In only what I can try to explain as a bizarre twist of events, that false copyright strike filed against my channel has mysteriously disappeared. Mysteriously. I believe someone's attorney said, you can't do that, you will lose. After initially receiving an email notification from YouTube that my video was flagged with a copyright claim by BGG and threatened with removal, I braced myself for what I expected would be a long legal battle. I never received any follow-up communication from YouTube or BGG about the status of the strike. No emails, no updates, nothing. Lack of communication is an unfortunate thing. This all of a sudden, your video is back. What happened? Can I get some information? What happened? Well, I can only speculate. It seems most likely that BGG retracted their strike after I made it clear that I was preparing to pursue legal action. Yep, trying to flex their muscles and send a strike your way. And when they realize you're not going to bend the knee, you're not going to kowtow to their demands, their false claim, they may have spoken to an attorney themselves, because apparently they are a nice, lovely little consultancy organization that has access to legal advice, legal consultation themselves. And when they brought that to their legal counsel, their legal counsel said, stop it, you're stupid. I'm just speculating, paraphrasing. They may have realized their case was non-existent, or they feared the backlash from the community. No, they haven't feared any sort of backlash. They just block people. Block chains. They don't want to listen. They want to stay in their echo chamber, which is what happens over and over again. After being exposed for filing frivolous claims. Then there's also the distant possibility that YouTube themselves stepped in and canceled the claim directly after realizing that BGG's copyright strike, which claimed ownership of the entire video, was blatantly false and inappropriate, but I don't know, and we may never know. Attempted to communicate with Team YouTube on Twitter, but the responses were less than helpful. Generally an automated response. Despite the frustration, I wasn't alone. So many people from the community relentlessly tagged Team YouTube. And yes, this is one of the positive things that happens. Team YouTube, we tag Team YouTube on social media, on Twitter. People with more advanced communication with YouTube probably made some phone calls contacting, I guess, their partner managers to get some information, maybe get some actual human eyes on what was going on. Whatever the reason, the strike has been removed, and I'm relieved. Of course, we are all relieved, Smash. We don't want your videos going on anywhere. We don't want your website going anywhere, especially under false pretense. Generally anytime, regardless of whether you agree with someone or not, when someone slaps a channel with a false flag, you'll have the YouTube community coming to the defense, checking out the video, numerous channels. I've seen where they disagree with the content creator, but if they're hit with a false flag, a false copyright strike, they'll go check out the video and say, no, yes or no, this is fair use, this is not fair use, and try to contact Team YouTube and get things taken care of through other means. It's one of the few times I like the content creator community. Maybe not one of the few times, bad choice of words, but anyway, it's good to see. As we said, this is the finding out part. You found out nothing, Alyssa. Always got to insert yourself where you don't belong, where you don't need to be, simply to keep yourself relevant. But maybe has BGG, has Black Girl Gamers learned anything from this, that maybe you don't go around false copyright striking channels simply because you don't like them? Did all the acolyte cancellation crowd learn anything? I highly doubt it. But you let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty little things those YouTubers beg you to do. And I hope to see you on the next one. Gotta love good news.